Hello, hello, hello. You know, I am Judy Shaw, and this is Monday. And every Monday, I give you a word that will inspire you into action. And that's why we call it your Inspire-Action word. And your word today is disconnect, a word that we use all the time, which simply means break a connection off. It means to terminate that source of energy, that source of power, that action that will cause us to be a certain way. So if we're breaking something off, we're saying, I don't want it anymore. I don't want that source of power anymore. I don't want that coming to me. I'm looking for something different. What are we looking for differently? I'm talking about breaking off, disconnecting from old emotions. Our emotion gives us all kinds of feelings that we live in a lot of times and that we live by. Why do we need to break off or disconnect from old emotions? Because old emotions will keep us in a bad place. If it's giving us that kind of behavior, old emotions will keep us in a old mindset. It will not allow us to move into a higher level of conscious living. And so when we create new emotions, we create new feelings, we create new mindset, we create new actions, and we have a new awareness that we're willing to walk into. The willingness, the awareness is all about disconnecting from the old. Emotions need to be positive. Emotions need to be based on truth. Emotions need to produce greater a lifestyle, a greater sense of environment, which means an old emotion of being in a rut, of being discouraged, of being frustrated, continues to produce that. It's like a gene. It's like a part of your DNA. If you keep producing out of that same gene, you're going to keep getting the same thing. But when we regulate that gene or change it, and now we're moving into abundance, we're moving into joy, we're moving into a gene of excitement that will give us anticipation and expectation. It's a difference between being frustrated and sad and low as opposed to being excited, amazing, and happy. It's all about changing that emotion, which will change that feeling. So we want to get into a new feeling, a new feel. And we do that by climbing out of the old emotion into a new. Change that gene, disconnect from that old feeling by putting something different in your consciousness to say, I don't want to live like that any longer, and I'm not going to live like that any longer. I'm ready to create something new. So let's move into that new gene. Let's move into that new emotion and new feeling so we can have our best life and so that we can live in a great environment of joy. I don't know about you. That's what I'm after.